Ich finde natürlich, wenn ich mich entscheide, mit Musik zu arbeiten und der Versuch, Ballette zu machen, noch zu verteidigen, heißt es aber auch den Partner haben. Und das ist natürlich ganz wichtig, dass man dann einen einen wichtigen Komponisten findet, der für eine Musik schreibt. Und das ist die nächste Runde für mich. That's coming. Can I do it once quickly? Hang on me. Kannst du die Beine, ich habe eine Fehlinformation, die Beine benden, there, yeah. So they should, if you stretch them down there. So there, yes. There you go. So she's, and I think it should just run in. Hang on me, so I can do, that's it, yeah, that's nice. So let's go right across that, right across that. Right. Nimm nur den Triller, wo auch hinkommt, ist musikalisch. So you go right, yeah, one more time. Nice.
And you have a lot of old, former bartenders, sex workers living there, and they're being expelled at the moment so that this area can be gentrified. And Silvi did interviews with these people, and she uses that, she transposes these interviews into the public sphere, for example like this, making choruses out of it.
So I liked the contrast between the very, the Chanel clothes in the middle of the rubbish. And I remember talks with people from Monte Carlo after, because they're all wearing Chanel, so they were also really relating and a little bit uncomfortable, and they said, why the rubbish on stage? And I'm like, but the rubbish is connected to the clothes, because if you want refinement, if you want the table to be clean, of course you're putting all the dirt together on another heap, and that's also reality. So it's, I mean, I have this kind of homeopathic approach to life where there should be a bit of everything everywhere, because if you clean too much, you're basically putting it all on the sides, but it's not disappearing. Mm-hmm. So a lot of rubbish went to India, goes back to Africa. There's all these things that are constantly recycling, and people are dumping their things on each other, mm-hmm. as much with emotions and with feelings and anger as with just practical rubbish that we throw away and ends up somewhere. So I felt I'd rather see it on stage than have it be shipped somewhere else. So I really wanted to confront myself to the rubbish.
Maybe I start with saying that, you know, since the HCT is still a fairly young institution, we make a lot of trials, we make a lot of mistakes also, but some things seem to work out. And I think those formats that seem to work out are those where it's not so much a prescribed, this is what is done in the first year or second year or third year of a certain group, but it's very much providing a more open format in which then each student can decide which role do I take in that.
Still, believe it or not, but in Poland people do not talk about choreography. They still talk about educating dancers. And actually there was recently a year ago a conference on dance education, and really literally people do not talk on choreography. So how we talk about supporting emerging choreographers if we have only dancers?
Ja, das hat mir jetzt sehr viel Spaß gemacht, auch zu sehen, wie unterschiedlich da Leute miteinander ins Gespräch kommen, die vielleicht vorher gar nichts miteinander zu tun hatten und auch vielleicht gar nicht unbedingt miteinander zu tun haben wollten.
Und ich fand es auch auffällig, dass sehr viele junge Leute hier waren. Das ist neu, auch im Vergleich zu den vorangegangenen Kongressen, dass es einfach auch Jugendliche gibt, teilweise bis hin zu Kindern, die hier waren und eben auch durch das Thema der Aging Bodies eben auch noch eine ältere Generation, und auch das war uns ein Anliegen, dass diese Frage des Tanzes auch in diesem weiten Begriff diskutiert wird, also nicht nur zwischen Kulturen, sondern über Generationen hinaus.